All right. So let's talk about my favorite manifestation technique. I have about three that I use now and then, and they get results. Now, this one in particular, I did not make it up. I didn't create it. An author by the name of Sanaya Roman, she created it and placed it in one of her books. She has a series of books, audios, videos. So I did this technique over 15, maybe 20 years ago, and it got amazing results. Also, when combined with other techniques, it just amplified. So this technique is really something that you can use when you're feeling stuck or a certain area of your life is stuck. Also, you can use it to get creative ideas if you're writing or creating or doing something creatively, and you just you hit a wall. You can also do it when you want to level up. You want to go to another level in whatever it is you want to do, and you feel you've hit a ceiling or you've hit a plateau. And like all techniques, this technique works through repetition, your intention, and your expectation. So the real thing is the more you put into something is the more you get out of it. And that's just like a universal rule, universal law. If you do it half-ass, if you're doing it and you're just wondering, is this really going to work? What am I doing? You're not going to get any results out of it. And you're going to come and tell me, "Oh, it didn't work." But if you really want results, you're going to use strong intent. You're going to get into it fully. And as you do that, you're going to use the power of your belief and the power of your expectation. The mind is a expectation producing machine. It works off predictions and expectations. That's how it generates reality. That's how the brain works. So join that, use that to your advantage and expect an awesome result. Don't expect a result based on what you think will happen. Let it go and expect an unexpected, wonderful surprise. I would recommend you do this several times. Use your intuition, 2 weeks, a week, whatever your intuitive power tells you you need to do it. Some people like to do it twice a day for a week or 2 weeks. Some people just once a day. But you're gonna have to use repetition and then let it go, and you'll see. Could be a month later, could be a couple weeks later, could be a couple months later. I don't know, when you'll see your result. But if you've done it and you've done it well, something wonderful should happen. Now, again, I didn't create this, but I like to call it the room. So what you do is you imagine, first of all, you think of your target. You should be clear on exactly what you want. You should be really, really clear on what it is you want. That's the first thing. You should have a target or your goal. Your subconscious needs a target, it needs a goal. And you should have your why, like why you want this goal, what this goal will do for you when you get it. That's helping you to be a lot more clear on an energetic level and an emotional level, which is like the driving force of this. So the clearer you are, the more powerful will be your intent. You'll know what you're doing. It also leaves room for your subconscious to bring it to you in different ways you probably never even thought of, as long as it matches the essence of what you want. So have a strong intent. Now, what you do is you think about the situation you're in. Maybe, you've been looking for work and you can't get work, or you're stuck in the job and you want to find another path, or you want answers, whatever it is. You think about that situation that represents or symbolizes uh, the feeling of you being stuck. And then you imagine it and you represent it as a room. So you imagine yourself being in a room, but the room has no windows and no doors. So it sounds pretty pretty creepy. And that's the point. The point is that the room to your mind symbolizes the situation. So it has no rooms, it has no doors. Sorry, no windows and no doors. It's just walls. So imagine that situation as that room. Look at the color, you know, get your senses involved. The more you get your senses involved, the more powerful the experience will be for you. And the more you'll get the attention of your subconscious. So smell the room. What does it smell like? You know, what do you sense? What's the atmosphere like? What are you seeing? Then at some point after you've done that, think about your goal, think about your intention of what you want, and imagine making openings in the room. And these openings represent the new intention, the new energy, the goal. So you can be creative. Imagine making windows, imagine making doors, imagine and really get a sense of what they would look like and feel like, and get your mind to focus on the sensations of touching the door, opening it, opening the window to let the fresh air in. And then feel the fresh air on you. Feel the sunlight come in and touch your face, the warmth of it, and how it affects the room, right? Get really creative and make as many openings as you can in the room so the room totally transforms. And at that point, you can stay in the room or you could leave the room, because you've created an opening for yourself. This sends powerful imagery into your mind so that it's going to get, it communicates through symbols anyway, so it's going to get the message that you're sending. That's its language. Its language is symbolism, emotion, imagination. All right, so give it a shot. The room, again, I didn't make it up. It was Sanaya. I used it and amazing things happened. Actually forgot about it, and then when things happened in my life, I remembered, wow, I remembered I did that thing, um, like 2 months ago, and look what happened. I had a wonderful big change that came into my life. So use it, and of course, I can't give you any guarantees, so I can't guarantee anything for you, right? But what I can do is give you the tools, and the tool is this process that was given to me and passing it on to you. But you already have the power. The power is in you. You've got the power of your will. You've got the power of your imagination, right? And your creativity and your emotion. The more you get involved, more powerful it gets. Take care. Peace.